Hey, this is Badu from Brookdale Toyota. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 2017 Toyota 4Runner. This 4Runner here is one of the last few vehicles on the market that actually has a truck frame for the SUV. So a lot of these are going into the body on frame, but if you really want some serious off-roading, if you want some heavy-duty handling out of your SUV, this is the way to go. So these vehicles now, for the last few years, have had a 4-liter V6, 270 horsepower, plenty of power, will tow up to 5,000 pounds, and a 5-speed automatic that's electronically controlled, that's very, very well mated to that particular engine. So very capable, very powerful, very low maintenance, and one of the best advantages in the 4Runner here is the resale value on them has been incredible. Now, taking a look at the front end here, this is a typical truck front end. They want it a little more massive, very, very tough, rugged looking. And this particular model, in our Limited, we added a touch more chrome around here. You can see it in the bumper and so on. Now, coming around to the corner here, we're going to get the nice 20-inch rims, part of this particular Limited package. And based on the model that you pick, it's going to have different wheel and tires. Now, starting from the SR5, we can move up into our off-road edition. Now, the off-road is the one that replaces last year's trail model. So if you want something truly going off-road, that might be a package to consider. Obviously, we can go into a Limited like we talked about here. And the top dog here is our TRD Pro. Now, that is going to get a separate suspension setup with the Bilstein shocks and the extra reservoirs and so on. So excellent, excellent off-road capabilities. Now, take a look at the interior here. Again, it's Limited, a bit more refined with that nice brown leather interior. You also have extra wood grain touches inside, more automatic climate controls and so on. But take a look at the room that you have here. So very, very comfortable cabin. Now, if we start looking at the back here, so for your passengers, you're also going to get an excellent amount of room for them. Now, the back seat here has a 40-20-40 split, so we can kind of create two buckets almost if we like to. Excellent, excellent leg room. And the 4Runner can also come with our optional third row package. So based on the model you pick, it may be equipped again with a third row. Now, this particular one is not. It's a 5-passenger, but all 4Runners give me the factory hitch standard. Below the bumper here, we have our 4 and 7-pin connectors covered up underneath to protect them from dirt and grime. And notice in the rear bumper here, we also have all of our sensors here. We have a couple of those in the front end. One of my favorite features about the 4Runner, though, is this back window here. We can roll it down into the gate here, or you can crack it open just a little bit. So on a nice day, you can get very, very good airflow. Now, by opening the gate here, we find a massive cargo area. So you can definitely bring all the gear you need on those trips. Now take a look here, we have those power outlets. The JBL speakers come with an extra subwoofer in the trunk. So again, plenty of room in a very, very comfortable package, but let me show you a few more things on the inside now. Now I'm going to show you a little bit more about the interior again on this 2017 4Runner. Like I mentioned, this particular one is our Limited model, and it's going to give me a few luxury touches here, like obviously our standard moonroof, a few controls here like garage door openers, lighting, and so on. Now, these buttons here are going to control descent assist control to allow me to go down a hill at a steady pace. Active traction control, my four-wheel drive my four-wheel drive traction control. Along with this here, this SOS button is part of our Safety Connect system, and what it will do is connect me with a live operator whenever I need help if it knows that an airbag is deployed and so on. Now, 4Runner is also going to come with the auto-dimming mirror. But if you do pick the off-road model, which is again the new version of our trail model, you're going to have a few more buttons here, including our crawl control, crawl mode, and so on, and you can make adjustments for some serious off-roading. Now a little further down here, I like the fact that the buttons and so on are really big here. So as I'm driving, it's a little bit less distracting for me to select audio, change my tracks, and things like that. This particular one has our navigation system, as you can see, with our customizable home screen. And it gives me traffic and weather updates right on the screen as well. Directly below that, you have the climate control. And again, very easy to make adjustments on the fly, big buttons to control. And below that, we have our power switches and my heated and ventilated front seats. Now, one of the coolest things to talk about here is going to be my four-wheel drive modes here. In this particular Limited, you have a full-time four-wheel drive system. So it's on all the time, and it varies the amount of power going front to rear on its own. And it also comes with a Torsen limited slip differential, so I can lock the power 50-50 front to back and really get some serious pulling power here. If you pick the SR5, the Trail, or the TRD Pro, and the off-road I should say, you're going to get a part-time four-wheel drive that will start out in rear-wheel drive with the automatic limited slip differential standard, and it allows you to switch to four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive low as needed. So a lot of different packages in the 4Runner. If you are a true off-road, we have a couple of models to pick from. If you want luxury, don't look past this limited here. And if you don't need all the bells and whistles, an SR5 is really the way to go. All very capable, all very smooth ride for a truck. So come take them for a test drive. I'm Badu from Brookdale Toyota. Thank you for watching.